Hey man, let's get to it, man. It's Saturday. What's up, fight fans? Coming on through on a Saturday afternoon, man. What's crack-a-lacking out there? It is the homie, Mainman Mademan in the building, man. Oh yeah, fight fans. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Salute to you all, man. Major salute to everyone that catches this live. Major salute to everyone that catches this on the playback. I want to say thumbs up as y'all pull up, man. You already know, fight fans. Do the homie a solid, man, and hit that thumbs up as you pull up. I would really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? What's up, everybody? Happy weekend. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody is feeling good out there today, man. Hope everybody got a positive vibe going through their body, man. Happy that you made it through the week and you just chilling, probably chilling on your deck, chilling on your porch. You know what I'm saying? Drinking a cold one, just kicking on back. Maybe just got finished mowing the yard. You know what I'm saying? Hooking up the yard. And so you just sitting back looking at your work like, look at that shit. Look at that. That's me right there. That's me right there. All day. You know what I'm saying? What's up, everybody, man? So, man, I wanted to come through here a little bit more earlier, man, but it's all love. You know, you kind of got to get in where you fit in. It's the weekend, life, throws your curves on the weekend sometimes. So you just kind of got to get in where you fit in. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my homie, man. First man on deck. First one in our house all day. What's up, man? Salute to my homie Trap House Boxing up in here, man. Trap House was goody with you, bro. If you want to chop it up with me, homie, anytime doing this, man, just say the word link, man. You already know. You know what I'm saying? You already know, man. But we're gonna do something a little different today. We're gonna kind of get away from all of the headlines and stuff because we know we got a big boxing week coming up this week, everybody. We got Haney versus Ryan Garcia going down next Saturday. So Haney and Ryan Garcia are gonna probably dominate a lot of coverage next week. We're gonna be breaking that fight down to the molecule, give the X's and O's, the pros and the cons. It's fight week, you know what I'm saying? No more the rumors, no more the goofy stuff that Ryan is talking about. We're gonna get down to the X's and O's this week on on Haney versus Garcia. So y'all definitely come on through and rock with the homie on that one. But today though, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to kind of go off the news path a little bit, and we're going to pick up a conversation that's kind of playing out. I'm seeing in several articles, man, and I definitely want to talk about this, man. But also tonight, fight fans, y'all know we got Jared Big Baby Anderson coming into the ring tonight. We also got F.A. Ajagbe coming into the ring tonight on ESPN tonight, so that's going to be something to watch. Can't say I'm going to do an immediate reaction. It's coming on kind of late. I think the main event, the main card doesn't start here on the East Coast until at least 10 o'clock tonight. So I may be stepping out tonight, you know what I mean? So I probably won't be hanging around that late, you know what I'm saying? So if we don't do an immediate reaction tonight, we will definitely be here tomorrow to break down FA's and Jared Big Baby Anderson's fight. You know what I mean? Keisha Sellers is in our house. Sister Queen is on deck. I'm good to go. What's up, family? Hope all is well with you, Keisha. What's up with you? What's up with you? Chilling, chilling, chilling. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, man. So look, man, tomorrow we're gonna talk, I guess, a little bit more about the whole Bud situation, man. Didn't see really many developments coming out from that, but did hear a little talk about it, but nothing we pretty much haven't covered already when it comes to my man Bud Crawford. We just trying to all wait and sit around and see how this is all gonna work out with Eddie Hearn, ain't we? Everybody seeing what they gonna do with Jerron Boots Ennis, hoping that Jerron Boots Ennis doesn't get over there and becomes Andre 2.0. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm just gonna just touch on it a little bit, fight fans. Remember what happened with Demetrius Andre, right? When Andre was over there, he had Gennady Golovkin, he had Canelo Alvarez, and those are the fights that he wanted, right? He was the biggest seller, or should I say, he was the biggest recruiter to get Gennady Golovkin over there. No one was the better recruiter than Demetrius Andre. No Eddie, no suit from out of the zone, none of them. The best recruiter for Gennady Golovkin to get to the zone was Demetrius Andre. Every interview he was in, he was doing little promo stuff online, just constantly calling out Gennady Golovkin. Come on over here to sign with us. Remember when Gennady Golovkin was looking for somewhere to go? Come on over here, bro. You can give me the fight. You can do this. We can do that. That was Andre, bro. He was the best recruiter I've ever seen a fighter do. I mean, honestly, he was the one kicking up all of the dust publicly to lure Gennady Golovkin over to the zone. Only for us to see Gennady Golovkin get over there and act like Demetrius Andrade didn't exist. Only for us to see Canelo Alvarez get over there and act like that Demetrius Andrade didn't exist. And that's one of the biggest things on Eddie Hearn's legacy. Really good promoter, man, and he's coming to his own. You know what I'm saying? Really good promoter. But the biggest stain on his well, two big stains on his resume is always going to be that Demetrius Andrade situation. And Kell Brook. He got Kell Brook all messed up and threw his career all out of whack. But those are the two biggest things, you know what I'm saying? They got my man right there. I am the one. I am the one. What's up with you, champ? What's going on, Snap? Hey, if you want to come on through, just say link, homie. Just say link, bro. I'm never ducking you, man. I'm waiting on you. I've been waiting on you. I've been calling you out on stream after stream. I say, damn, I am the one, bro. He only come around on one day, I guess. I don't know what it is. And then when he hang around, he only hang around for like 30 seconds. And then he get ghost. You know what I mean? He don't even hang around till link time. You know what I'm saying? So to my homie, I am the one, bro. Hope all is well up in NY, homie. Hope all is well up in NY. You know what I'm saying? So to Adam Hurley, man, he says, yo, man, there's a simple way to solve the belt problem. Cut the weight divisions down. Have to be 130, 140, 150. I like that. That'd be something interesting to think about. That's a route. That's a route. Something got to be done, though, homie. Definitely something got to be done. But back to this, though. So Andre calling out Canelo, calling out Gennady Golovkin. Come on over here. Hey, fight me, fight me, fight me. Only for him to not get no fight, right? Well, I look at what's going on with Bud and Boots, and I say, well, the last thing that we heard before this whole boot stuff broke out, right, was the Madrimov talk. Was that whole WBA? The Saudis wanted Bud Crawford to come on over for the WBA situation, right? That's what we've been hearing. And they wanted him to come over there, fight for the WBA at 154, and that's this guy Israel Madrimov. And so the thing is, though, if this is what the Saudis want, here we go again. This is an Eddie Hearn fighter. So you got Boots over there telling Boots, oh, we're going to do what we can to get Terrence Crawford or whatever you think you're going to do. But you got the Saudis over there saying that they want their Muslim brother in Madrimov to face Terrence Bud Crawford. So are you lying to Boots Ennis? Are we doing a Demetrius Andrade 2.0 fight, fans? This is all I'm asking. Andrade went over there with the same expectations and happy-go-lucky attitude. You know what I mean? And just like he just thought he was going to get it all. He thought he was going to get it all. And it's funny because he was a WBO champ, right? Thought he was going to get it all. But Boots' case, he's the IBF. But in Bud's case, he's the WBO. But either way, the thing I'm trying to say is that, listen, this is clearly the direction that the Saudis are saying that they want. And there's starting to be some little news leak out about Tim Tszyu. And so if Eddie is controlling this, if once again got these fighters under his umbrella, then what are you really going to do for Boots Ennis? Will he become Andrade 2.0? You saying he going to get Bud, but the Saudis are saying Madrimov. Now, the question is, can Eddie convince the Saudis to say, hey, listen, Boots Ennis and Bud is a big fight too. Can y'all please pay Bud Crawford the right amount of money so we can maybe line this up? Do they want to do that? Or is Boots Ennis running around here on a hope and a prayer? Riddle me that, fight fans. Madrimov is also Eddie's fighter. This is the same. It's that carrot in front of the horse. You just keep on walking towards that carrot and you ain't gonna never get there. But we'll promise you everything under the sun. I just wonder this, fight fan. I just wonder. That's all I'm doing. I ain't doing nothing but wondering. So you got to watch these things, fight fans. And to the Boots Ennis fans, I don't want to see y'all heartbroken if Eddie pulls the rug from underneath y'all feet. I don't want to see y'all running around here heartbroken, man. So just beware. That's all I'm saying. Beware. And if Boots can't lure Terrence Crawford, the question is going to be emerging from most boxing fans is then who the hell is he going to fight? We done went through a whole roadmap of it on We Talking Box Thursday's episode of We Talking Boxing, right, fam? We just talking about this. So I just wonder, you know, he can go down the route of getting the Asian veterans for Boots Ennis. More than likely, that's the route he's going to take. But there's people thinking that this Terrence Crawford and Boots Ennis fight is like right around the corner and then that the bag is involved. Cool, the bag is involved. But which way is the bag going? Can anyone answer that? Andre thought the same thing. Oh man, I'm over here with Canelo. I'm over here with Gennady Golovkin. Man, I'm over here with Billy Joe Saunders. Even though Billy Joe popped, right? He popped. Eddie tried to get him Billy Joe. Even though Billy Joe popped, after that, we heard nothing about Billy Joe and Andre no more. Billy Joe went straight to Canelo and got his money, and that was it. That was it. No more pressure to Billy Joe to go face Andre to nothing. It was right to Canelo. So all I'm saying, man, listen, man, I hope Eddie can deliver for Boots. You know Bud ain't gonna be cheap. Bud has developed a relationship with the Saudis. Eddie, you have a relationship with the Saudis. But they want Madrimov. They want Zoo. No mentions of Boots. So what are we doing here? What is Boots doing here? We'll see, fight fans. Time will tell. Tell me I'm lying, fight fans. Please tell me I'm lying. Salute to my homie DIL87 up in our house. What's up, homie? Chilling, man. Just coming on through talking some real spill, man. You know, so now that we got a few of the fam up in the building, let's get to the topic at hand, shall we? Let's get a little bit to this topic at hand. And I want to talk about belts for a chance, fight fans. Let's get away from the news cycle for a minute. I want to talk about this. I want to give a major salute to all of the articles that are being printed out as we speak, talking about this, fight fans. I've now ran through about 5 of them. So this is definitely something that several publications is talking about. I got it off of Michael Benson. He's bringing it up on a recent article that he put out here on Talk Sports. And so I've been kind of going through this right here. And that's this argument about belts. There seems to be a difference in points of view about if there are too many belts in the sport of boxing. And what makes this so good is that these points of views is coming from 2 perennial former champions, and that is Floyd Mayweather and, of course, Iron Mike Tyson, 2 perennial champions. And so if there's anybody that can have a good voices in this conversation, I couldn't think of 2 other fighters that could be more better for this conversation. These are 2, former big time, big name champions. So they know how all of this wrangling goes behind the scenes and what they got to do with these sanctioning bodies and so on and so forth. These dudes are well in the know. And so Floyd Mayweather's point of view. Now, what we're going to do here, man, because we're going to give each of these guys' point of view, and then we're going to decide as boxing fans what is the best point of view. Do you side with Floyd or do you side with Mike? All right, because this is a really, really good conversation, I think. And so Floyd Mayweather's point of view is there are too many belts in boxing, right? Now, I'm gonna read a quote here straight off of Talk Sports. They took this quote from Floyd Mayweather, and he said this, fight fans, back in 2020. So back in 2020. So, but this has been, I've also heard him speaking about this in recent times, and this is currently Floyd Mayweather's position as well. And I'm gonna read straight from Talk Sports. So let me see here. Let's read on Fight Fans. So I'm gonna got Floyd Mayweather's point of view, and I quote. He says, and I quote: "There are too many champions. There's no such thing as a super champion, not at all. And I'm not taking anything away from no fighter. It's too many belts." And the reason why it's too many belts, let me tell people what's going on in the sport of boxing, why there are so many titles and so many different belts. People don't know that you have to pay for every belt that you win. There is a sanctioning fee. If a fighter has just the regular belt, he has to pay a sanctioning fee. If a fighter is a super champion, he has to pay a sanctioning fee. And this is not good for the sport of boxing. You know what? I'm gonna stop right there. Damn. Fight fans, did y'all hear anything that I just said? Just not see the picture had just stopped. Did y'all hear anything that I just said just now? Let me know. Did we just have a technical little snag up right there? Because if so, I'll reread it again. I want us to all be on the same page. I'll do it this way. I'm gonna read it one more time because when I was looking at seeing I had a freezing camera, so I want to make sure that y'all heard it. You know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather's point of view on these belts is simple. Speaking in 2020, this is currently Floyd Mayweather's point of view as well. There are too many champions in the sport of boxing right now. Too many champions. There's no such thing as a super champion. Not at all. And I'm not taking anything away from no fighter. It's too many belts. And the reason why it's too many belts, let me tell the people what's going on in the sport of boxing. Why there are so many different titles and so many different belts. He goes on and says that people don't know that you got to pay for every belt that you win. There's a sanctioning fee. If a fighter has just a regular belt, he has to pay a sanctioning fee. If a fighter is a super champion, he has to pay a sanctioning fee. This is not good for the sport of boxing. Every fighter is a champion now. Belts now is like a fighter winning an amateur trophy. I'm going to stop right there. So Floyd's point of view is that there are way too many belts in boxing. He says that no matter what kind of belt, clearly he's using the WBA's example where they have a super champion and they have a regular champion, right? And he's saying that the reason that they're doing all of these belts, and some of these other organizations got international belts, or they got the French fry belt, this belt, the WBNO ABCDEFG belt, you know what I'm saying? And what Floyd is saying is that I guess for all of these underling belts, that these fighters got to pay for these belts. And so what he's describing is somewhat of a racket. It's somewhat of a racket, you know what I mean? And these sanctioning bodies, well, all they're doing is just taking that money and just going poop, poop, poop. Thank you very much. When you take that, when you at the end of the day, I'm not against sanctioning fees. I mean, it's just almost like saying taxes. You know what I mean? You got a country, in order for a country to be a country, they got a tax. That's just what it is. And in order for a sanctioning body to, I guess, make most of their money, in order for them to keep the lights on, well, they got to charge sanctioning fees. But we all know that that's not all that the sanctioning bodies charge. Of course, rankings, you know what I mean? These conventions, these pay-for-play conventions, so on and so forth. Clean boxing programs, right? You know what I'm saying? They make money from that stuff too. These boxers pop dirty. They got to pay penalty after penalty after penalty. That penalty money doesn't go to VADA. It doesn't go to USADA. It goes back to the sanctioning body. You know what I mean? So they found little ways. It's like a bank. You know what I mean? A bank holds your money, and you say, "Yo, Mr. Bank, how are you making money?" Because of all of the fees that they're charging you, right? ATM withdrawal fees and every fee for this, a fee for that, an application fee for this. Well, that's how the bank is making their money. You know what I mean? Not to mention lending your money out, but that's a different video. But the thing is, though, is that's how. So I'm not against sanctioning fees. I totally understand why they do it. But the thing is I'm only cool with sanctioning fees if you got like one belt. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got somebody with one of your underling belts that most of us don't even know about, right? Then how is said fighter really benefiting from holding that belt? No one even know. No, I can ask y'all right now in the chat, yo, who is the WBO international champion at 135? Y'all gonna be like, man, I have no idea. Let me go Google this shit real quick. I don't know. Was it Tank Davis? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gonna have no idea. So what is if you get in an underling belt that low, what is the purpose of you paying a sanctioning fee? No one's even gonna know you got this shit. Just for somebody to read your Wikipedia and say, oh, you know what? Back in 2016, he did have the LMNOP belt, and that lets you know that he was something. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I be saying the Pacific belt. I said, which one of these don't got the Pacific belt? Is it the Asian Pacific belt or something like that? I was like, what the Asian Pacific belt? I think that's the WBO that got that one, right? I don't know, man. But it in my opinion, this is what Floyd is saying. He's describing almost a racket, almost like a pyramid deal. Like, it's one thing to say, hey, you're paying for one belt, but to say that you got to pay for the underlings too, because he says the WBA regular and the WBA super. Now we know with the WBA in particular, they supposed to have been consolidating belts, right? Consolidating their belts, but we see that program been taking forever. You look at 135, they got one belt. We just talked about this. Javante Davis is the champion, right? You look at 154, and they still got two belts there. They still got a regular and a super. They supposed to have been getting rid of all of this shit, but they taking their precious, precious time to do it. Ain't that right, fight fans? What that's about. The WBA were the primary ones under scrutiny because they had like the most belts in boxing. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was a crazy number. I forgot. I want to say it was like 18, but I could have been wrong. You know what I mean? But they had like the most belts in boxing, and they just like said, screw what anybody think. They put two belts in every single weight class. And it was the norm for a long time. They got us even saying, oh, the Reggie belt, the super belt, like it was just normal. The Reggie belt, the super belt. Oh, yeah, he got the Reggie belt. Oh, he got the super belt. Yeah, but then people will argue you down and say, well, but my main man, the Reggie belt is the oldest belt in boxing. That's a fact. That's a fact. And truth be told, it's really ironic that Floyd Mayweather is speaking on regular and super belts because word on the curb is that the WBA created that belt for him. That's the word on the curb. It's really ironic. Very, very ironic. And so, with that super belt, it doesn't have no mandatory. It has all of these where it kind of sort of does, but it doesn't. It's like once every, long period of time. And then, of course, the WBA board got to get together and make sure it's all good and so on and so forth. So it's like it's almost similar to that's the WBC tried to do it with the franchise. The WBA did that, and look what it started to lead to. WBC, they waited for a while, but they started to figure out, you know what? Shit, the WBA normalized it, and ain't nobody telling them nothing. Hell, why don't we just go ahead and create a franchise? Hey, people may grumble about it a little bit, but they'll get used to it. They got used to the WBA. That WBA super belt, Muhammad Ali did not hold that belt. Muhammad Ali didn't hold that belt. No. He held the regular belt. That was there before the super. The regular belt has a mandatory, but yet it can't be unified. The super belt doesn't have a mandatory, but it can be unified. Crazy. But this is what happens when you get in these different belts. It's like different belts, different rules. What's going to stop the other sanctioning bodies from trying to follow suit? Y'all making money? Can we make some money? WBC tried it. They got it in a couple weight classes. They changed the rules on the fly. You see how janky it got? It got bad. Now the WBC claimed that no one had to pay a sanctioning fee for the franchise, but I would beg to differ, man. I'm sure there's something in their contracts that they're paying for it. I'm sure. And so, this is what Floyd is basically describing, this type of situation where it doesn't make no sense. You're not really declared the champion. You're just holding on to these underling belts. They're charging you the sanctioning fees. It's enriching the sanctioning bodies. No one is against sanctioning fees, the same way that no one is against taxation. What people are against are over taxation. What people are against are paying too many sanctioning fees for too many belts. You feel what I'm saying? Salute to my homie Muhammad Amatola. Salute fam in the chat. Floyd's voice in boxing or on a humanitarian level is purposeless. As a boxer, he's God's gifted and brilliant on how he managed the business of boxing, but a meaningless human. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna go that far like you went. I understand. A lot of people feel about Floyd. I did it. He is a little bit of, he do got sucker tendencies. I will admit that, but I ain't gonna go that far with him. You know what I'm saying? But I hear you, Muhammad Amatola. I hear you. I just look at it that but on this particular issue, I gotta say, bro, he may be on to something. He may be on to something. Keep on reading here. Floyd goes on and says this, and I'm gonna read this part. I may have read it already, but I'll read it over again. He says that hold on. He says that every fighter is a champion now. Belts now is like a fighter winning an amateur trophy. We got to clean the sport of boxing up. This ish doesn't look good, end quote. So he's saying that basically everybody thinks there's a champion. That's another problem with having too many belts in the sport of boxing. Everyone swears that they're a champion. Even boxing fans who may have just said, you know what, got serious about boxing a year ago or 2 years ago, and they just coming into the sport and they see all of these cats with belts. They don't know how good these dudes really or really ain't. There's a segment in boxing, the business of boxing, that love those kind of fans, right? They love to have the fans that's fresh off the street or just getting serious about boxing, because they can pull the wool over your eyes and make you believe anything. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, oh, he's great. Look at his resume. You know, he beat this guy, he beat that guy. And those who've been watching the sport since forever be sitting here like, yo, you serious? And then they got to argue with these new fans pouring in like, yo, he's a champion. What are you talking about? You don't talk that way about champions. And you sitting here like, yo, fucking Rolly Romero is not a champion. Y'all tripping. I'm sorry. Y'all tripping. But boxing would like you to believe that. And that's where we go. And it's funny because we talk about another Mayweather fighter taking advantage of exactly what he's talking about. Ain't that ironic, fight fans? Damn. Floyd showing this up had no problem with that WBA super that they made for him. And on top of all of that, your fighter, Rolly Romero, is exactly what you're describing when he had the belt. Everyone thinks they're a champion now, right? Rolly coming off of a loss to Gervonta Davis, very next fight is a championship fight. But let somebody who just joined the sport of boxing see that, oh man, they're going to think Rolly is the man. And that's what Floyd is talking about right here. Floyd is saying, look, everyone thinks they are a champion. And even boxing fans is like, how do we know we getting the best, fighting the best when there's all of these freaking belts floating around out here? We don't know who the best. It's all they using belts as a that's why I got this saying, somebody's wearing somebody's clothes, like Boots is wearing Bud's clothes right now. Because he didn't beat Bud for it. He just took the belt. It's a piece of clothing. You wearing Bud's clothes. I didn't mean to say that about Boots, but it's the truth. It's the truth, fight fans. I want to give a major salute to my homie DIL87, man, in that super chat, always holding down the homie, my bro, man. I'm going to say much love to your family and thank you so much. He says, yo, man, EJ got that Atlantis belt. He got the Atlantis belt. He Aquaman. They got mauled by the Omaha Monster. They got mauled once he left the ocean's protection. PBC fighter wrecked. LOL. Oh, and I felt that LOL, bro. I really felt that LOL. Wrecked. Just like we all thought of, just like we called it. We shouldn't even really be surprised now, shall we, DIL? It's just another day at the office for the brother. That's all it was. Meanwhile, Earl is back anti-camera again. He come out as hiding for 10 minutes. He told the people don't ask him no questions about Bud Crawford. Don't mention the word Bud Crawford in this entire building while I'm here. I don't want to see a picture of Bud. I don't want to see a poster of Bud. No one asked me a question about him. I'm just coming in here real quick to make my little appearance, and I'm going to get out of Dodge. Has anybody seen him since? Because Crawford has been everywhere. Everywhere. It is what it is. Rec.com. You know what I'm saying? Rec.com, man. But yeah, man. But that's so this is Floyd's point of view, though, bro, on all of these belts, man. And like I said, we don't know who the best is. A lot of people gonna say, yo, this guy's the best because he got a belt. Let me ask y'all this. Isaac Pitbull Cruz. As much respect, and I get it, it's Pitbull mania, but y'all know how Mainman get down. I'm not a with the crowd type. If I want to talk shit about the fighter, I'm gonna talk shit about the fighter. I don't care how big the fan bases are. But in Pitbull's case, you know what I'm saying? In Pitbull's case, he has the 140 belt and it's Pitbull mania. Great. His fans are going crazy right now. But technically, he hasn't fought anybody at 140 outside of Rolly. Anybody. He hasn't beaten not one top tier fighter at 140 outside of Rolly Romero. And Rolly wasn't considered a top tier fighter. He had Rolly gifts. Self-admitted Rolly gifts. So, I mean, are we sitting here? Can we sit here and say Pitbull is the real champ? Can we? Can you as a boxing fan look at that and say, you know what, man, Pitbull is the champ. Pitbull is the man. Or just because he got a belt, you gonna say that? Which one is it? That's what Floyd talking about. This is exactly what Floyd is saying. Floyd is saying that there are too many damn belts and everyone think they are a champion, including your fighters, Mr. Mayweather. Including your fighters. I mean, can we say that that man is a champion, bro? Knowing that Teo went up there and did what he did to Josh. Josh was considered number one. Josh was considered number one. Pitbull took it off of an imposter. Teo took it off of Josh. Who's the real champ? And, and keep in mind, Pitbull got the super. He got the super fight fans. So help me make sense. So what Floyd is talking about, I agree to a certain. I mean, listen, this is it get confusing. It gets confusing with all of these belts. Boxing fans don't know who the best, don't know who's the real champ. You can just have a promoter with deep pockets who just pop up at the convention like, yo, hey, we got this right here. Hey, Mauricio, no, what's the WB? Hey, Gilberto. Hey, come holler at me, Gilberto. I got something I gotta holler at you about, man. Yeah, for real, man. Let me put a bug in your ear real quick, bro. I need you to do something with me for them rankings, man. Yeah, I get it, man. My guy ain't fought in 2 years, but I'm sure you can make something happen, right? That's what too many belts lead to, fight fans. That type of behavior. Now, granted, boxing has always been corrupt, right? But just know that one part of the corruption is because there's so many belts. And now that belts is being used as marketing tools instead of actually signifying who is the best, that means that belts are for sale. Tell me I'm lying. Because everyone wants to market their fighter as a champion. It just will make sense. He's a champion. And it gets you a better light. People look at you different. Everyone's a champion now. So fight fans, do you agree with Mayweather on that? Yay or nay? Do you think that Mayweather is on to something here? Because Mike Tyson thinks something totally different. And we're going to get there. You know what I'm saying? We're about to get there right now, as a matter of fact. Salute to Jannard Hill on deck. Jannard says, yo, I'm about to order me a WBC, IBF, WBO, WBA, IBO, and lineal belt online and be an undisputed champion. Big facts. You can order them shits right off of Amazon and walk around with them joints. I thought about ordering one for the channel one time. Real talk. I was going to sit the belts behind me, you know what I'm saying? Or even probably wear them on me, but like wear them around my chest. Thinking about getting like one made on my own, like a Mainman belt. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, man. But why not? That's what my well. There's so many of them out here, right? Salute to the homie Damon Webster, man. Damon, it's good to see you, man. Salute to you, Damon. Say, yo, man, what up, bro? Be more here. DMV, stand up. Salute to the Be More, man. Prayers out there, Be More. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you, Damon. Glad to have you in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my homie D-Ray live on the drive. I got Omaha up in here, fight fans. Good to go, Omaha. Hey, D-Ray, what they gonna do, D-Ray? Seems like Eddie Hearn might be running that Andre 2.0 special on your boy Boots. Time will tell, right? Time will tell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wow, Canelo is selling his belt for 150 to 200 million. Exactly. Canelo like, look, if David is going to get these belts, the price is 200 million. That's insane, right? I heard Canelo, man, in recent interviews. We're going to talk about it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of keeping that one tucked away. I heard his recent interview doubling down, talking about the rehydration clause. I guess David is damn if you do, damn if you don't. If David accepts the rehydration clause, that ain't enough to satisfy Canelo. He don't do it. Canelo claims he's too big. David makes concessions. Canelo says, oh, that's not enough. That's not enough concessions. Make more concessions. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just as clear as day. Canelo is ducking and dodging. He's avoiding, and it's insane. You know what I mean? The boxing media keep kissing his ass, and yeah, the promoters are kissing his ass. Everyone's kissing Canelo's ass. The sanctioning body's kissing his ass, and it's a shame. I heard Mauricio Suleiman in recent interviews. My head, fight fans, but we definitely gonna chop it up about that tomorrow. You know what I mean? For sure, man. So yeah, man. So let's get on over here to what Mike Tyson is talking about. Let's listen to Mike Tyson's point of view. You know what I mean? Jay Gut is in our house. Cuzzo, what's up, family? Cuzzo, what's up with you? Hope all is well, family. Much love, family. Much love, much love. all day, all day. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's get into a little bit of the Mike Tyson point of view. Now, I know y'all might be saying, main man, what the hell can Mike Tyson say to can rebuttal with Floyd? That actually makes most perfect sense what Floyd is saying. Maybe Mike makes you think, maybe he don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to realize this from Mike's point of view. So let's see if we can make this make some sense. So this is what Mike Tyson says because he disagrees. He says he disagrees with Floyd Mayweather. And he says, and I quote, boxing can never have too many belts because every time there's a championship fight, that's more money for the fighter. There's never enough belts. He goes on and says that say there's one champion and there's 10 contenders, and there's 10 contenders. How long is it going to take to go through these 10 guys? Plus, they got to go through each other. It's good to have 3 champions because every time there's a fight, everybody can get paid. Everybody makes money. End quote. So what Mike is saying is he's thinking of it from, I guess, the fighter standpoint. Not so much the boxing fan standpoint, right? He's looking at it from the actual fighter. Floyd is a fighter too, but Mike is kind of giving the fighter point of view. And he's saying, look, said fighter may be the best talent at the class, but he will never get a chance to show and prove it if he don't have a belt because, or should I say, he won't be paid as such or get those opportunities if he doesn't have a belt. Now, if said fighter got to go through 20 guys to get to that belt, then how long will that take? Maybe his window closes. Maybe he don't have the political advantage. He's not with the powerful promoter that can go to the convention and say, hey, make my guy ranked here and ranked there. Well, he got to get paid too. Well, while he's, ranked number 15, ranked number 17, he ain't even really making no money, is he? But unless, he's a gold medalist, smoked everybody in the amateurs, Olympian, and so on and so forth. But 9 times out of 10, he ain't making no money being ranked 17 and 18. And like I said, he may not be with the good promoter. So Mike is saying that, listen, if he got to wait for that one damn belt, then he ain't gonna never make it. Said fighter gonna end up going broke. Said fighter got bills. Said fighter got a family. So how is he gonna take care of his family and still be the best fighter he can be if he ain't making no money and he ain't playing the game? He may not be the biggest talker. He can probably whoop. He may be a Tim Tszyu, can just pure whoop ass. He could just kick all ass, but ain't no good talker. And so Mike is saying is that given that there are more belts in the sport, it gives guys like this an opportunity to get paid, to make some money. He says, say there's one champion, then there's 10 contenders. How long is it going to take to go through these 10 guys? Plus, they got to go through each other. I mean, I hear what Mike is saying. Yay, some fighters get stuck in the gauntlet, man. Some fighters don't link up with the most powerful guy, and they be in a situation where, they just ain't getting the fights because they just not with the right people. A la, say, a Blair Cobbs. I know he may not be the greatest name, but I'm just using him as an example. Blair can't land no fights, right? He couldn't land no fights. He couldn't get next to no belts. He was nowhere near none of this shit because he wasn't clearly with the right people, or the people he was with didn't value him enough to put him in those situations. Well, guess what? He got to go through the ranks. It's going to take him forever and a day to get up there. Is that right or is that wrong? Riddle me that. I'm I'm just giving y'all Mike's point of view on it. That's what he's saying. And so I guess he's looking at it from like a lot of fighters go hungry, bro, trying to get a belt. A lot of fighters, man. And if they had to wait on one, they would never. But my thing is, what Mike got to understand, I think that he's missing, is that if said fighter get an underling belt, bro, it's not going to change their financial. I don't know, maybe it gives them another extra 1,000 or 2 on their next fight. I don't know, but I don't think it would really change it enough. They're not going to get recognized for it. I mean, it may set them on a certain path, but underling belts, nah, man. I don't know, bro. I just don't know. And then, like I said, my thing is, in today's time, said fighter, if you're going up these ranks and you want to get next to that guy, bro, you gotta, I guess, modernize your game. That's one thing you can say about these guys who may not be that good, but they still get these title shots. What they do is they figured out the modern game. I'm gonna go on social media. I'm gonna kick up dust with this guy. I'm gonna kick up dust with that guy. I'm gonna rattle this fan base. I'm gonna rattle that fan base. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get my name in the conversation and force my name in that conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I think in today's time where the promoters are not really promoting no more outside of Eddie Hearn, that's just where it's got to be for you to land these kind of fights. But bro, you take away the competition of it when you say, oh, put more belts in there just so they can all get paid. What about the competition side of it? What about, is he really deserving of a belt? What about, yeah, I get it. They need to make more money. I get it. But you got to work your way up to that shit, bro. That's how they had to do back in the day. They had to work their way up to that, man. Granted, they had to get with the right people. They had to play the schmooze game. They had to navigate the waters. But that's always how boxing has been structured. It ain't no, well, since, this fight is going to take him forever to get there, let's just put a belt right here so he can get some recognition, because there's just way too many fighters. I understand Mike's point of view, but I can't, I guess as a fan of it, I can't say, you know what I'm saying? I can't say that still makes it right. It's hard to say. What say y'all, fight fans? What say y'all? I am the one says, nah, BS belts helps the fighter get paid. Trevor Bryant. So you thinking that the BS belts, you basically siding with Mike. You siding with Tyson. You saying the BS belts do help the fighters get paid. Fighters like Trevor Bryant, which is a fact. Trevor Bryant, he hung around he got his hands on that WBA and he got paid, right? You right. You 100% right about that. I am the one. But is that right? How good was Trevor Bryant? How good was he? Most boxing fans would tell you he ain't shit. So should he have had the belt? He say Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois. Listen, I understand. Listen, I'm like this. I just think that 4 belts at one weight class is enough belts. Don't you think? We already got 4 sanctioning bodies. 5 if you want to include the IBO. You know what I mean? So you already got 4 sanctioning bodies. And then now all 40 sanctioning bodies want underling belts. Asian Pacifics, regular belts, franchise belts, international belts. They want all of these other belts. And it's like, I'm cool with just capping it with the 4. Some people may say the 4 is too much. But my thing is, you do got 4 independent sanctioning bodies. So if you do got 4 independent sanctioning bodies, they all deserve their own belt. It would be nice to go MMA style, Kumite style, and say, yo, main man, 1 belt for the whole sport. But shit, bro, there's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot of fighters going broke. You know what I'm saying? So now, boxing fans, knowing both fighters' argument, who is right and who is wrong, I got to go. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I got to fall. I got to fall on Floyd's side. I got to go with Floyd. I'm very pro fighter. I don't like to see fighters go broke. I don't like to see fighters struggling in their later years. I don't like to see fighters get a lot of missed opportunities. And so it's like really hard for me to really say that. But bro, we got to know who the best is, man. We got to know who the best is, dog. See, this is why I've been rocking with Bud Crawford for at this point now, but 2015 fight fans. The reason that he's been my guy is because this dude has touched weight classes and left it like who is the real champ? Because he's undisputing at damn near every weight classes that he's stepping a foot in. So he's leaving it with no questions asked. That's great. And Bud Crawford comes from not the strongest political situation, right? But he made the shit happen. He navigated the situation, fight fans. When he came to 47, he couldn't get next to none of them belts. He couldn't get. It's just like what Mike was saying. I mean, granted, Bud wasn't broken. He wasn't. He was a former champion, former undisputed. But still, in let's just say in Bud's case, he couldn't get next to none of them for years. So what was the WBO was supposed to come out and make a WBO franchise belt? Or I mean, or should one of the other sanctioning bodies like the WBC say, you know what? No, we'll make the franchise belt and give it to Bud since the WBC champion is tied up and he ain't gonna be able to fight Bud no time soon. So let's just make a belt real quick and give it to Bud. That way we got 2 WBC champions, right? He didn't do that, fight fans. He had to play the game. They say, man, he got to get rid of Bob. He got to go to Al. He got to go to PBC. Bud is blackballed, man. He can't do it. He's frozen out. It just can't happen. It's the only way. Bud couldn't find no way to do it. He made fun of Earl. He made fun of everyone over there. He did everything. He went on social media. He tried to kick up dust. The fans are going to war day and night and day. Nothing ain't working. He had to figure out for himself, oh, I got to do this to get next to those belts. And sometimes that's, I guess, in today's boxing, that can be falling on the responsibility of the fighter, putting himself into an advantageous position to get there. But I do understand some, you take Cuban fighters, for example, they don't come with the one leg up. They come from a foreign country. They barely can speak English. They sign bad deals. They get paid peanuts. So I understand. It's hard for some fighters, but I don't know if I'm willing to rip down the institutions of the sport and take all of and don't know who the best and take the competition out of it. I'm not willing to make that sacrifice. I don't think that, or should I say, I don't think that sacrifice should be made to throw more belts into the sport. Not to mention most of these sanctioned bodies, we all know, fight fans, they're not using this shit for that. They're not doing that. They creating the belts not to get more recognition to the fighter or to get the fighter more paid or whatever nonsense that Tyson is talking about. The sanctioning bodies is doing it to make more money for themselves. So if you could say that, Mike, yeah, the fighters got to get paid, but at the end of the day, bro, I don't think that's the reason that they doing it. But I could be wrong. Maybe the sanctioning bodies, maybe they just really looking out for the fighters, fight fans, and they want to make sure that fighters from certain areas who can't get no recognition, as long as they are wearing the WBO Asian Pacific belt, then everyone's going to know who they are. As long as they got a WBC franchise belt where people will recognize. Oh no, I take that back. The WBC interim now, right? Because the interim, I hear that word more than anything. The interim. The only one, truth be told, that I don't think that the IBF, they don't have no underling belts, right? Not that I can think of. There's no IBF interim belt. They're probably the only ones still sticking to the script. The WBA got multiple belts. WBC has multiple belts. WBO has multiple belts. The IBF, from what I understand, I don't believe, man, we lose track sometimes, but I don't think that the IBF has any underling belts. So the IBF is like the last one sticking to the script. Congratulations to the IBF. And it's funny because with the IBF, who I've heard nobody complaining about the fact that they only got one belt. I've never heard fighters complaining about that. Now I have heard things about this 1 and 2 spots being, pay to play, but that's something different. You know what I'm saying? That's something different. That's not the belt argument, fight fans. That's the pay to play argument. You know what I mean? Some of y'all might say, yo, man, they go hand in hand, son. They go hand in hand. DIL87 says, yo, man, one undisputed champion for me. Belt, trophy, crown, it don't matter who the hell is the best. One. You like the one belt theory. One each sanctioning body, though, right? Not just like one for 147 and one for 154. One for each sanctioning body. The one belt theory works for me. I mean, now, am I totally against something signaling in the mandatory? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you are mandatory, they do this interim thing now. You know what I mean? Is that my deal? Is if you do that, it shouldn't be a sanctioning fee attached to it, because you're not being recognized as a champ. You could be recognized as a Mando. You know what I mean? And once upon a time, didn't they have a silver belt? This, because years ago, before this interim stuff came into play, when I first started covering the sport of boxing, it was the WBC silver belt. And anyone who was the silver champion, well, they were next in line for the mandatory. That's what it used to be. So that kind of fizzled out a little bit. So now the silver champion ain't shit. You know what I mean? So I just look at it. Listen, if you want to signal the mandatory to say, hey, this guy's my mandatory, so he should have an interim, or he should be considered the gold, the platinum, the silver champion, or whatever, cool. But I don't think a sanctioning fee should be attached to that. That would make it more, you know what I'm saying, more cool. You know what I mean? Salute to the homie DGO up in here, man. Salute to you, fam. Hope all is well with you out there, man. Hope all is well. Hey, my homie Napoleon Armstrong is on deck, man. I see you, homie. Good to have you up in here today, champ. Thank you to everyone that came on through on this late Saturday evening. You know what I'm saying? Yo, DGO says, yo, man, you are right. Cubans always get the shaft, especially from Heyman. Heyman, Bob Arum, all of them, bro. It ain't just Heyman. Look what Arum did at the rigging Dial. You know what I'm saying? But it just those are some good examples of fighters that they don't come with the powerful promoter. They don't come one leg up. They always got to get put through the gauntlet. They always got to go through the thing. You know what I mean? And kind of fight their way up the rankings and hope to, you know, land in the right position. So I understand where Mike Tyson is coming from, speaking for fighters like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's the sport, man. And they got to go up the rankings like everybody else, you know, in my opinion. You know what I mean? If they want to find more ways to get them paid, use the positioning on the cards, if you ask me. You know what I mean? If they want to say, hey, a fighter should make more money. I like this thing that's being talked about in boxing nowadays about if you are the main or the co-main or something to that effect. Like if you the main, yeah, you get the top dollar. If you the co-main, this is how much you make. You know what I mean? Like I would rather for them, if we're going to talk about how much money that the fighter should make based on about, you know, when they fighting, it should be according to where they placed on the cards, because that's when you kind of getting paid how you weigh. And ain't no promoter gonna put no fighter that's not really worth that kind of money, you know what I mean, in that co-main or in that main. So I just look at it as, you know, that type of decision, in my opinion. Now, this is just my opinion. Yeah, some of y'all may differ on this. I think that a fighter should be paid according to where they're placed on the cards, not according to. I mean, of course, a champion is always gonna make more than a challenger. You know what I'm saying? Sure, but just that only dynamic right there. Not, oh, well, since he got the Pacific belt and this is, you know what I mean? Because dog, they paying sanctioning fees for that shit. Like Floyd saying, they giving up money for all of these belts, man. And ain't no extra recognition coming with that shit. You know what I mean? Real spill, man. Thank goodness, thank God that the WBO allows you to dare to be great if you choose to. Yeah, I do like that WBO rule of the super champion. I do like that. I think that is brilliant. Now, in that case, that's not like giving no fighter an extra belt. You know what I mean? When they super, now, granted, when you do become a super champion, it does shield you from mandatories for an extended period of time, but not forever. You still get a WBO mandatory as a super champion. It's just, I think it's every 18 months instead of the usual time period. That's just about it. But you still do get a mandatory, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, to be designated as a WBO super champion, there's still a criteria you got to go through and fulfill to be considered that. You know, it's not like they just give it to anybody. Oh, you're popular, you know what I mean? Oh, you move millions of pay-per-views, so you're going to be our super champion. Nah, nothing like that. It's, you got to be unified, you got to win another belt, or you got to have a certain amount of title defenses of our WBO belt. And then we will give you the beautiful reward and the beautiful benefit of being able to move up and instantly challenge the champion. Because if you can do the requirements and the criteria of a super champion, that means you something good. I can respect that. I can respect that. Hell, I mean, even when we say with the other sanctioning bodies like the WBC, or can you instantly move up and challenge the champion? In a lot of cases, you can. Some cases you can, some cases you can't. With those sanctioning bodies, it's more so about who you know and who you with. That's the way that happens. Yeah, you can instantly move up. You know, we got rules that say you can do that. Who's promoting you again? You with who again? Well, let's give them a call first. That's how that goes. But with the WBO, it's no. This is the criteria, plain and simple. You execute one or the other, and you're the super champ. And you have the beautiful benefit of instantly moving up and becoming a champion. How many years that we heard the Earl Spence Jr. fans sit on here and lie? Oh man, Terrence Crawford can move up and instantly challenge Earl Spence if he wanted to, man. That was the biggest bold-faced lie from uneducated boxing fans. No, the hell you can't. Not IBF don't have no super champion rule. No, the hell it don't. It don't work that way. You know what I mean? So, and it's always kind of been that way. So this is now in a lot of cases with the other sanctioning bodies, you still can move up and be in a good position. You can still be in number 1, number 2. You could be knocking on the door to the mandatory. You may get the shot against the interim champion or something to that effect. But the WBO lets you get up there and get right at that belt. Yeah. And that's why, Bud, I'm glad he stayed loyal to them. And I'm glad that he and they stayed loyal to him. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Real spill, man. Yeah, it is a good look when you got all 4 of them bad boys around you, bro. When you got all 4 of them things, one around here, one around the neck, one around your waist, one around the arm, so maybe you got one of your mans in them holding one of them shits, bro. Hey, bro, I'm telling you, man, and it's nothing like it, man. It's nothing like it. And I think, honestly, something should be more done special for the lineal champions. Now, I will say that. Now, if it is anybody that should be getting like special consideration, some sort, I don't know, that would probably take all of the sanctioning bodies on one accord, on the same page to say, look, if a fighter gets recognized as a lineal, no matter where he goes, though, he should get certain treatment, because the lineal belt to me is like, that's the wishes of what a lot of boxing fans want. The best fight. Who is the best? Who is the best? Now, granted, linealships can be complicated. Yes, they can leap here and leap there. Yeah, it can die here, they be picked up here, and so on and so forth. But the best measure that we got is a lineal belt. You know, normally in most cases, you can't. It would just be a piss poor look to give a lineal belt to a Rolly Romero. You can't do it. Like you can go to one of these sanctioning bodies and make sure Rolly get that belt, or make sure that this fighter get that belt. You can make him do, but with that lineal belt, yo, you have to signal who the top cat, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, yeah, I think the lineal status should have some more extra perks. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that would inspire people to want to be the best versus the best more. That's a good perk to give. Strive for the lineal, which means you got to go through everybody. You strive for the lineal, and it should be some sort of prize attached to it that this is what it is. Or fighters should put it in, you know, that's a thing that you hear more and more fighters do nowadays. Hey, if I win a belt, you got to pay me a certain amount of money. You know what I mean? If I become champion and I have this many title defenses, you got to pay me a certain. They do that nowadays. So, I mean, if I get lineal, I should get $1 million bonus. You know what I mean? Now, say a promoter can do everything in their power to make sure that they don't get to that belt, but I'm just saying that belt should honestly have some kind of perk. You know what I mean? Some kind of perk. Okay, I like this. 1986. He says, I'd rather argue the contrary. I don't think that there is enough belts. So that's hey, bro, I'm cool with that argument, bro. I mean, that's the argument of Mike Tyson. That's what Mike Tyson is saying. What I will do is I'm gonna drop a link in the comment section for anybody that want to come on up, you know what I'm saying, and give me either a contrary word to what we just said, or anything, you know what I'm saying, just anything in general, man. Or maybe you agree, and you might want to tell me why you agree. I'll sit around for a little while, and the link is in the description, and y'all can come on through and chop it up. You know what I'm saying? Real spill, man. DGO says, yo, man, Arum gave Rigo the best fights of his career. It was Heyman who froze him out versus Leo and Frampton. Yeah, but no, yeah, he gave him that fight until after he won, and then he started to kind of give him not so much, started to give him the cold shoulder after he couldn't sell him. I guess it came down to something like that. I mean, after he couldn't sell him no more, I don't know, bro. It just, it came down to shit like that. I mean, he did get the Lomachenko fight too. You're right, Bob did, but at a disadvantage. But he did give him the Lomachenko fight. But after once again, he figured he couldn't do nothing with Rigo, bro. He gave Rigo that cold shoulder, and Rigo had to start struggling to get back through, kind of like ever since. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean he gave us some performances that kind of hurt his brand, but he had to go through the gauntlet, man. He had to go through the gauntlet. If boxing was structured like MMA, it would be PBC belt, top rank belt, golden boy belt, matchroom belt, and the best one, the Aquaman EJ belt. Make sure that bitch aqua blue. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, that would be a tragedy in the sport, bro. If outfits, and there was some talks about that at once upon a time, bro. That would be a damn tragedy, bro. If they start making these outfits wanting to create belts, bro, because then they're gonna do all in-house fights. It's gonna be all. If we got a problem with in-house fights now, shawty, we really gonna have a problem with in-house fights. They start doing PBC belts and top rank belts and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up with my man? I am the one on deck, man. What's going down, Mo? You on mute. You on mute. Still can't hear you, bro. Got a little staticky there. You there, Mo? We ain't getting nothing. I am the one. Hey, can y'all hear I am the one out there? Because I can't hear anything. I hear a lot of static, but I don't hear him. All right, I heard something there. No, I don't hear you, bro. Still can't hear you, man. Hey, I am the one, man. You got to get up off that cricket, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to leave them crickets alone, bro. You got to get down. You got to get down with these androids and shit, man. Y'all keep messing with these crickets out here, bro. I can't hear my man. I hope my man can come on through, man. I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait on you. I am the one. Salute. I'm gonna wait on you, bro. Hopefully, you can get it. You can get it cool.
You can hear me now. You can hear me now.
There you go. There you go. Hear you clear now, bro. What's up, man?
Sorry, my joint was messing up.
Man. You gotta get off that cricket,
good.
Bro.
Yeah.
You gotta get up off that cricket. What's up, bro? So what you think about the convo, man? What you think about this discussion, bro, with these belts, man?
I feel like one belt in each division would hurt the sport, but one belt for every sanctioning body in each division is better. I think that's the difference. I think if the WBO got a belt, the IBF, everybody got one belt in each division, then that's okay. And I think everybody should have the super champion rule. Basically, if you at 140, you can move up to 147 and fight the champion as soon as you get there.
Hold on. You think that all of the sanctioning bodies should have a rule that you can instantly move up and challenge the champion?
Yeah, I think every sanctioning body should have that rule. I didn't like the fact that Usyk got away with a crime. He moved up to heavyweight and didn't fight the champion off the first fight. I don't like that because Terrence Crawford did. I don't like that. I don't like. I think you should have to fight the champion on your first fight up there. Fuck out of here. You want to jump up? You want to be a big boy? Then fight the big boy first fight. No. So, but
what about the fighters that may want to just come up there to the weight class, get acclimated a little bit? You know what I'm saying? And just say
they get a top 5 ranking. You can give them a top 5 ranking. That's what you could give them. But if you want to be champion at 147, you are 140 pounder. You want to be champion at 147, we'll allow you. You are a champion at 140. We'll allow you to move right up and be mandatory for the fight at 147. We'll allow it, but you got to fight him immediately. Not Chris Witherspoon, not Derek Chisora, Not none of that shit. You got to fight him immediately. That's where Usyk got around it. But Crawford didn't get around it. He fought Jeff Horn immediately.
Facts. But
Yeah.
I just look at it. But see, but fighters are different, bro. Like some fighters feel like they can do that. Everybody ain't a bud. You take Danny Garcia, for example.
Yeah.
Danny Garcia didn't jump right to 47. He stopped at catch weights and then said, you know what, I'm gonna go to 47. You know what I'm saying? Because he kind of wanted to inch his way up. He fought Peterson at the catch weight.
I don't like that. I don't like that. You knocked out Eric Morales. You think you're a bad boy. Now you need to step up and fight a bad boy. No, none of that bullshit. None of that catch weight bullshit. You jump up. You say you that dude, then you gotta fight that dude. That's simple. That's what it is. Period. Point blank.
That's tough, bro. That's tough, bro.
Nobody got time for punk ass Adrian Broner. Nobody got time for that punk ass nigga. You say you a 147 welterweight champion. You a 140 champion right now. I don't care if you IBF, WBC, WBO, WBA. We'll give you the ranking and the mandatory slot, but you got to fight him immediately. Your first fight up. Fuck out of here. You want to be a big boy? You got to fight big boys. You got to do big boy things.
Bro, some fighters is just, they don't know what the speed and power is like at the higher class. They may have to just, it's not wrong. It's not wrong for a fighter to say, hey, let me get a touch first before I jump in there with the top cat.
Nah.
That's not wrong. That's not wrong, but that's bringing the fight up the right way.
Nah. Fuck all of that. You world champ. This is world championship boxing. This is not the regular sport of boxing. This is a different sport. This is world championship boxing. Nah. You got to.
So you saying that all fighters move at the same speed?
No,
some fighters don't move at that speed. Some fighters may say, "Look, I'm not quite. I may be small for the weight." You know what I'm saying?
You're misunderstanding me. What I'm saying is that all elite fighters move at the same speed. When you elite, you could jump up from one weight class to the next. And New Way fought what's his name? What's the guy name? He jumped 122.
Stephen Fulton.
So he moved up immediate. All elite fighters move the same. We gonna find out if you're elite. You want the chance to jump up to another weight class and fight the champion at that weight class? It needs to be immediate because you're an elite fighter if you're doing that.
But I am the one. You setting one standard. You setting one standard.
Exactly.
Move up and challenge the champ. Like,
thank God somebody is setting one standard in the sport of boxing. We ain't got time for this bullshit over and over again bullshit. You got to set one standard. If you're an elite fighter, you get the chance to move up from one weight class to the next and fight the champion immediately. No bullshit. We'll give you the shot. That's what elite fighters do. Period. End of story, though.
Listen, I'm not saying elite fighters don't do that. Elite fighters do that. But just because you move, but bro, just because you move up, get a touch at a class, and then say I'm ready to get in there with the champ, don't mean that you ain't elite either. You still could be elite. You just gotta. It's just that you might want to be more careful.
Yeah, but you don't get the chance. You need to earn your way. You gotta work. I'll let you come in at number 5. I'll let you come in at number 5. That's what I'll do for you. Since you want to earn your way, I'll let you come in at number 5. Now you earn your way.
But you kicking them down. Then at that point, you kicking them down a couple notches.
Usyk didn't deserve it, dog. He didn't deserve it. He was WBO cruiserweight champion. Now you gonna move up to heavyweight. He's supposed to fight Joshua the first fight. This is what it is.
Nah.
Everybody else fought the first fight. Everybody else fought him the first fight, dog. You talking about nah?
Okay, let me ask you this, I am the one. Do you consider Usyk elite?
Of course I do.
So if you consider him elite and he moved up and said, you know what, I'm not just jumping in there with the big boys right away.
Advantage. But he had an unfair.
But is it working for him? Is it working for him,
or
is it not?
Yeah. No, it's definitely.
So it's the right way to go.
No, it's not. It's not because they'll tell you. Bomac told you. Come on, man. Bomac told you. Bomac said, dog, he should have fought us earlier. He would have had a better chance of beating us when we was acclimating to the sport. You go to Andre Ward. He would have. He lost the fucking first fight.
Hold on. Let me stop you. But I am the one. You just answered your own question. You just said it. Hold on. You just said Bomac. Bomac said, look, you should have caught him when he first came up here. Because
Yeah.
so when Bud first moved up, he wasn't fully grown into the division right at that
Yeah,
time, right?
but he fought Jeff Horn. He knocked out Jeff Horn, and then they tried to freeze him out. If
So
Errol
granted,
Spence would have fought him immediately, he would have had a better chance of beating him.
okay,
You gotta,
cool. So if Bud would have came out, let's just say he didn't fight Jeff Horn first fight, and he
yeah,
said,
yeah,
you know
okay.
what, I'm gonna go in here
I
and get
need
me a
some time.
couple top ranked bums real quick, and then I'm gonna jump in there with the top guy. Well, you just said out of your own mouth he wasn't that guy when he first got there. But as
What I'm
time
saying
went
is that he
on, he
don't
became
deserve
that
it.
guy. So
Yeah,
that you
that's
get
time
better.
goes
You
on.
once you acclimate to the weight class.
No, yeah, I agree with you. What I'm saying is, as time goes on, that's fine. You develop, you become better, you acclimate to the weight class, like you said, right? But we
Some
not
fighters
giving
may
you
think that that's the better weight.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
no,
They shouldn't all
yeah,
have to
yeah.
instantly move up and
I hear
challenge the
you. I
champ.
hear you. I hear you. But we don't give a fuck. I don't care what some fighters feel like or whatever. If you want to be elite and play this game at the top level, as soon as you move up, you need to fight the number one dude off rip. No bullshit. We gonna give because what you're petitioning for is for a mandatory spot. So we gonna give you. I'm gonna give you the fifth rank if you don't want to move up immediately and fight them, or
But
I'm
you
gonna
put
give
him in
you
the fifth rank,
number
you might
one rank.
back him up 2 fights. You might back him up 2, 3 fights to get next to
Cause,
that
cause,
belt if you throw him down
cause
that far.
you got a Derek, you got a Chaz Witherspoon, you got a Derek Chisora, and then you got an AJ. I'm making it fair for you. Even if you move up to the number 5 spot, or if you move up immediately, you immediately move into AJ. If Usyk would have immediately moved into AJ, he wouldn't have won that fight. He wouldn't have won that fight, though.
So you going to penalize a champion
No, I'm
for
not
moving up
penalizing.
and not
I'm awarding.
challenging the champ. Like you want to
No,
penalize him and knock him to the fifth spot.
no, I'm awarding you if you are elite. If you are elite, I'm awarding you. I'm giving you the number one guy off rip immediately. I'm giving you the
But
number
that's
one
if
guy.
he wants to do that. He
If
might
you
want to
are that
touch.
life. If you're elite, if you're not elite, then you get penalized. That's what it is. We're not giving out participation trophies over here. You gotta fucking be who you say you
I
are
like that. I
or
like
not.
that.
We're
I
not giving
like
out
that.
participation trophies. It's not well, everybody kumbaya. No, if you are elite and you think you're the best, we'll give you a chance to prove it. Other than that, sit your ass down at number 5. That's what it is.
I can understand if you say, hey, he can still move up. We'll put him number 1, but he got to fight maybe guys in the top 5. But to say
No,
that you're
man.
gonna put a guy that was a
Wow.
champion at a lower
But
class and say
you
you got to come
wrong.
up to
Nah,
5,
you wrong. Nah, you wrong. Main man, you wrong. Because
you
there's
don't give him
other
the number 1 spot and
hold
recognize
on.
him as a champion,
Oh,
as from a
main
lower
man,
weight class.
you gotta look at it from the fighter's point of view. There's number 2. There's number 1. There's number 2. There's number 3. There's number 4. Standing around trying to fight the champion. They earned it. They're divisional contenders. They're in the division fighting to get to the champion.
But they wasn't
Nobody.
champions.
No, they wasn't champions.
You
They were
coming from a
contenders.
lower weight class as a
No,
champion.
no. Hear me out. They weren't champions, but they are more important than your punk ass. You coming from a lower weight class trying to jump up. The only reason why we gonna give you a little bit of leeway is because you was a champion at the lower weight class, and you coming up to fight the champion immediately. Now we'll tell number 1 to step aside for a second and let this young boy come up. Let's see what this young boy could do. Other than that, you got to go to the back of the fucking line because in this division, these motherfuckers earned their spot. These motherfuckers did what they do. They fought number 5, number 6, number 8, number 9 to get to their number 2 and number 3 spot. So you can't erase them either. So you got to be fair all around.
So you once again are penalizing your champion.
No, I'm not penalizing nobody.
If you listen, if I am the one, if you move, if a person is moving up, they were a champion at 47, they're going to 54, and you telling them, well, if you don't fight Tim Tszyu right now, you're gonna have to be number 5.
Yes, that's the right way to do it because
and that person was a champion at a lower weight class.
Yeah,
and you just don't care about them being your champ.
No, it's not that. It's not that I don't care about it. It's this. I have to pay respect to the person at 154. You said Tim Tszyu. You gave a good example. 154. Tim Tszyu is champion. There's a number 2 behind him. There's a number 3 behind him. Number 4 behind him that they fought
But there's also a champion at a lower weight class that may move up.
Hold on. We fight by divisions here, dog. This is a divisional sport. So in the division, who paid their dues? Who paid their dues? Number 2, number 3, number 4, or this young punk coming up? Who paid their dues in the division?
I would say that. Okay, you want see that's the same shit that see no I don't because I'm gonna tell you something. No, see that's the same crap that Samson Lekowicz is talking. The Samson Lekowicz is talking. Oh well, Bud move up to 54. He's not a champion. He doesn't have any belts, so he's gonna have to give up A B C D E F G.
No,
but see, hold on. But fans looking at it as look, Bud was a champion, undisputed champion, and everything that he done at 47, he should be able to carry those rewards up to 54 and say, yeah, this is why I get what I get.
He should.
But you penalizing those champions.
No, I'm not penalizing him. Listen, I'm saying that you're correct. If Bud was a champion at like 147, he WBO champion, he did the damn thing, right? We giving him respect. The respect of him skipping the line cost him this. This is the respect. You want to skip the line and jump up. We got number 2, number 3, number 4 at 154. But Bud is a champion at 147. He needs to have respect because he was a champion at 147. So now he's stepping up. The cost of that is that you have to fight the champion immediately. You have to fight the champion immediately.
So you mean to tell me? So you mean to tell me? Let's just okay, all right.
Period.
Listen to how this. But listen to how this sounds with using your example. I am the one. Listen to how this sounds. Bud Crawford, undisputed, every belt at 147, right, including the lineal. Yeah. He made. Let's just say Bud says, you know what? I'm going to 54, but what I want to do first is get a touch, right? Let's say Bud says that. Hold on. Let's just say Bud, the number one pound for pound. Let's say he said, right? Are you telling me, as a sanctioning body president, you want to look at that man, the lineal perennial champion, and say you're going to be number 5?
Yes, 100%. No, you know why? Let me tell you. Bud don't deserve no respect at that point.
What? My God!
No. Let me hear you out.
Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense, please.
I'm gonna explain it to you. There are men that have been fighting for this title in the division. You come in the division ain't this shit. You gonna come in the division and fight Erickson Lubin and tell me that you deserve a shot at Tim Tszyu? No, you don't, motherfucker. He's
held more belts than Tszyu. He's held 5 times more belts than Tszyu.
Listen, I'm not using their names as real shit. I'm just giving you examples, dog. I'm not.
No. I get that, but that's that will be his argument. He would say you can't use belts when I've owned more belts than him.
My nigga, you're not understanding what I'm saying. We are divisional in this boxing game. We're divisional. So at 154, how it works is there's a number 1 ring fighter, number 2, number 3, number 4 ring fighter, and you got the actual champion. The champion is the man. These fighters are working their ass off to get to the champion. There's no way that you cut off these fighters because they paying you sanctioning fees as well, right? So, and they trying to move up the ranks to fight the champion. Nobody could jump in front of them except Terrence Crawford, the 147-pound undisputed, all of that. He could jump up, but the only way he's allowed to jump up and jump in front of the line is if he's willing to fight the world champion immediately. No warm-up, no none of that shit. You want to fight warm-ups, you go to the back of the line, dog, because these guys already put in more work in this division. So what are you talking about? That's common sense, perfect gold. What I just said is what it is, dog. That's what
hold on. You might can say that said fighter put in more work at the division, but you can't say that but you can't say that they have put in more work in the sport as a whole.
No, I can't say that.
Because listen, if a fighter is right,
amazing. Usyk is amazing. Terrence Crawford is amazing.
They've done amazing, and they deserve to be rewarded and recognized for such. Yeah, so even moving up to a higher class.
I'm not giving nobody no warm up, dog. I'm not giving nobody no warm up. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Michael Spinks, Larry Holmes.
You keep calling it a warm up. Sometimes it's just it's getting acclimated.
No.
So fighters shouldn't get acclimated. I am the one. They shouldn't get acclimated.
No. Usyk is not as real as Terrence Crawford. He's not. He's not. A new way is, but Usyk is not as real as Terrence Crawford. Usyk fought two little bums and got himself acclimated and played games in the division.
Bro, that's the heavyweight division, bro. That's an unlimited weight. Like they could go up as high as they want.
He's not.
You telling me he's coming up? He shouldn't take his time?
No time.
And then he's a small heavyweight. He's a small heavyweight.
Everybody was popping shit when Jeff Horn mauled fucking Pacquiao. They didn't say, "Oh, Terrence Crawford gonna move."
Pacquiao was a 47 pounder. Pacquiao was a 47 pounder.
He was really a 40 pounder, but he moved.
Jeff he had a belt. He was the lineal champion at 147. He beat Tim Bradley. He beat Tim Bradley before Horn. And then he retired for 2 weeks, and they took the lineal from him. He was the lineal champion.
Even so, Jeff Horn mauled his ass. Nobody thought a 140-pounder was going to move up and maul his ass. And guess what Terrence Crawford did? Beat the shit out of him. That's a real victory. That's a divisional, interdivisional fucking victory.
But all fighters are not the same, though. I am the one. Some move at different speeds.
They're not elite. Fuck them. They're not elite. Fuck them. Andre Ward, punk ass, you can't say nothing about that. Andre Ward didn't move up and fight him either. He fought 2 or 3 fights before he fought Sergey Kovalev, and then he basically lost the first fight, and then he had to fight him again in a rematch once he finally acclimated. That's your problem. That's not Terrence Crawford's problem. Terrence Crawford is the real deal, dog.
Bro, I'm gonna put it to you this way. I can't act like, but I am the one. I'm gonna be 100 with you. I'm listening to your argument, bro. And I can't say that I'm all the way against it. That's the sad thing. It's something in me like, yo, he got a point. It's not that, bro. It's just that boxing, if you are a fighter and you moving up in weight, bro, it's always known sometimes if you are not 100% sure, you shouldn't have to be forced to go in there with a champion. I do think that if you want to take a touch, if you earn the right, it shouldn't affect your ranking. You shouldn't put him in the top 10. You can still be top 3 and still take a touch, man.
Nah, you bugging. It should definitely affect your ranking. If you say that you the man, no matter what, you the man. I'm 140 pounds. I'm the champion. I'm the boss. I'm moving up to 147. I think I could beat the champion up there. That's the only reason why I'm moving up, because I think I could become champion up there. So I'll fight him immediately. We'll give you the opportunity. We'll make you mandatory for him in front of the number 1 contender. We'll move you up. You have to fight him immediately. You think you're going to move up, jump in front of the number 1 contender that bust his ass to get here, and you going to fight number 3 and number 4, and while he sits there and wait for you to acclimate and get your shit together?
Well, to keep it 100, okay, to keep it 100, with most of the sanctioning bodies, what they would do in those cases, except with the exception of maybe the WBO or on some pay-to-play type shit, what they would normally, what the WBC, BA, and the IBF will probably do is move them up and put them in position to maybe face the interim or the mandatory or something like that.
Number 2, number 3,
you know what I mean?
Like
that's cool though. Now, so that would honestly satisfy your criteria and mine, because think about it. Say a fighter is moving up, he's not getting a champion, but he may got to take the mandatory.
Yeah, he got to fight. Yeah, he might have to fight the mandatory. Like if he moves up and the belt go vacant, he got to fight the dude.
But to say that he has to take the champion?
No, but you got to be careful. You got to always look at it the other way. You got to be careful. People are paying sanctioning fees and fighting big boys for years to try to get to the number 1. You can't turn down a Joseph Parker. You can't turn down a Joseph Parker because a Usyk want to move up. Fuck a Usyk. If he ain't moving up to fight Joshua right now.
But he earned the right, bro. He earned that shit. Y'all keep forgetting that part. He earned that.
You're missing the point. You cannot tell me I just beat Wilder and I beat Zhang and some bitch ass nigga from down the street is going to jump in front of me. You can't tell me that. You know what I'm saying? That's where you got to look at it both ways. Joseph Parker earned his spot. He just beat Wilder. He just beat Zhang. He earned his spot. Nobody, no little nigga, no J.O. Pataya could come jump in front of fucking Joseph Parker. No, nigga. He earned his spot.
But has technically, but okay, he may have earned that spot at that class, but can you honestly say technically that Joe Parker outdone in the sport what Jay Opatai did by winning the belts that he won maybe at a lower class, but he still had to put in work at that class.
Jay
And see, listen,
Opatai don't have the victories under his belt that Joseph Parker has. Joseph Parker's a fucking monster.
I guess
right
it's
now.
a bad example. Let's go back to the Usyk, or even Usyk's case, who was undisputed at cruiserweight. He was undisputed. He shouldn't be able to move up and do what he want to do.
No, because we're divisional sport. Once again, we work off divisions. So now, weight divisions. So now there's other men that have been up there fighting for that shit. So if you go move up and step in front of the line and cut the line in front of anybody, that means you cutting the line to the beast, to the boss, nigga. You going to fight the boss man, the number one man of the division off rip.
That's your reward for becoming a champion at the lower
weight class. In a lower weight class.
He should have a one. He gets a one leg. He move up. Listen, you earned the right to be the champion. You went through the whole rank. You move up and taking the challenge.
Man, somebody's gonna come on. Somebody else will come on the panel. They will agree with me. I'm telling you. You can't.
Look, I left this comment on the screen specifically for that reason. Salute to my homie DIL87. He says, "Yo, man, it's not the higher weight fighters' fault that you are in a lower weight class.
Exactly.
It's smaller fighters waiting for you to be ready, man. Listen, but
got time for that shit.
You cannot penalize a champion, man. I just don't think that is a good position. You can, like I say, you can argue and say, yo, you can't tell someone that's moving up. You can't tell no one that's moving up in weight. He has to take the champion immediately.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can, because he got
penalizing. That's you penalizing the champion.
I'm not penalizing him. I'm awarding him. What are you talking about?
What do you award? You award him a number 5 spot if he don't take the fight.
I'm awarding him the number 1 spot. I'm awarding him the mandatory position, dog. What are you talking about? Jeff Horn,
no, man. So you should have to fight the mandatory.
Hold on, Jeff Horn is the champion at 147. I am the champion at 140. They are allowing me to come up and jump in front of everybody so that I can fight Jeff Horn. All they're saying to me is, you need to fight him immediately. And he moves up, fights Jeff Horn, and beats Jeff Horn. What the fuck is the hard homework here? It's simple shit.
Because, no, that's Bud Crawford. That's how he moves. But if I look at another, if I look at another champion that did damn near almost what Bud Crawford did. He didn't get all 4, but he got 3 belts, and Danny Garcia, right? Yeah. And he moved up and said, you know what? I'm not ready to go right into a 47 champion. I'm going to take my time to get up there.
Then you a punk ass, and you need to step aside, because other men in that division have been busting their ass to fight the champion. You don't deserve the right to step in front of those other men. Those other men are ready to fight the champion right now today. You're not ready to fight the champion today. So you need to move to the back of the fucking line, dog. That's what it is. Have respect. The other men have worked and earned their right to fight that champion. What the fuck are you talking about? It's common sense.
I can't say that's common sense, bro, because
in
some of those cases, bro, no. In some of those cases, hold on. And you know, I am the one. In some of those cases, even though some of those fighters may have been made it through the ranks or what, they ain't fought no damn body. They still could have just made it through the ranks because they promoter paid to sanction the body or whatever the case. So how you gonna say that somebody outdid somebody? You don't. It could be case by case.
Man, with good conscience, you run the sport of boxing. You're the boss. You run the sport of boxing. How are you gonna give a number 1 contender spot to a man that's not ready to fight the champion right
because
now?
The dude. Because I'm gonna tell you that.
And when another man has been fighting for 18 months for that spot.
Okay.
He's been fighting for 18 months for that spot. He's been doing everything he's been doing his whole career to get in that spot. And he got that spot. He's the number 1 contender. You telling me you gonna put Terrence Crawford in there and Terrence Crawford ain't ready to fight Jeff Horn? He's talking about Jeff Horn in 2 years? Get the fuck out of here, dog.
I'm not saying, listen, no, if he's not gonna fight Jeff Horn in 2 years, then the guy who he just took, then he gets the shot. That's
exactly.
How that works.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly.
But that's not lowering the fighter in the rankings. That's
That
not
is
lowering him
lowering
down.
the fight. That
No,
is
that's
lowering.
telling no, that's not. That's telling
He's
me
not gonna have
if
a
you
number one ranking. He's gonna have
no,
a number 5 ranking, dog.
that's telling me if you move up as the champion and I put you in the number 1 slot and you tell me, Mr. Sanctioning Body President, I'm not ready for the champion just yet. Fine, I'm gonna go to the next available contender, right? But that don't mean that I gotta lower you in the rankings.
No, but in doing so, you automatically lower him in the rankings. You automatically lower him in the rankings. That's in doing so. The number 1 contender fights the champion next. So you just switch the
No,
numbers.
he still got his ranking. He still got his position.
No,
You might get the winner.
Dog, if you're not ready to come on, stop.
I'm not going to discipline a champion, bro. I'm not going to discipline a champion.
No, if you're not, he's not a champion. First of all, he's not a champion. That's what you're not understanding. He's not a champion. If you're not ready to fight the number 1, the champion, if you're not ready to fight him, then you're not number 1 contender.
Okay. Now,
simple, easy.
No, because let me ask you this.
The number 1
like
contender.
I said, just like I was just saying, how all cases are different, individual. What if you got in one case, you might got that fighter that you talking about that fought his ass off for years and years and years, and he finally got there.
That's you, man.
But hold on. But what if you got the other kind of guy that didn't fight everybody, that's just popular, that just got the powerful promoter? Hold on. Do you then still keep that safe? He ain't fought nobody. He just may even got a loss or two.
Muddy in the waters. You muddy in the waters. Listen.
Bro, you don't think we get cases like that? You don't think we get situations like that?
No, I'm not saying that we don't. But you muddy in the waters. I'm talking about you.
That's what happens in boxing. That's why I say every case is individual.
I'm talking about you, man. I'm talking about you.
But
mandatory. Hold on. Let me explain the situation to you so you understand it. I'm talking about you, man. You the man. You done fought your way to be number 1 contender to Anthony Joshua. You about to fight Anthony Joshua. You about to make millions of dollars, change your family life, all of that shit. You about to fight this nigga. Out of nowhere, some other clown from the cruiserweight division comes up and he has the chance to skip you in the rankings. He could jump in front of you and he could fight Anthony Joshua. Okay? But this motherfucker come up in the rankings. You dying to fight Anthony Joshua. You done fought your whole life to get here. You WBA regular champion. You number 1 rank in the WBA. Is the WBA's rotation around, whatever. Now, they telling you need to wait because this dude is coming up and he got the right to fight Joshua first before you because he was WBA super champion in the cruiserweight division. Okay, fine, no problem. He doesn't fight Joshua first. That's bullshit, dog. That's bullshit. You standing there like, yo, I'm trying to feed my fucking family. What is going on? That's bullshit. He needs to fight him immediately or he cannot skip he can't jump in the line. Period, dog. That's it. He got to go to the back of the fucking line because I earned my spot here. I did the work. 18 months, I did the work. I fought number 2. I fought number 3. That's how I got the number 1 spot.
So if said fighter that you talking about, let's say if I'm in that position, right? I become champion. Let's say, okay, I get the Joshua.
No, you become number 1 contender. You become number 1 contender.
No. Okay, we're gonna take the story further. Okay, cool. I heard your now. Let's say I'm the number 1 contender. Guy moves up. Yeah. I tell the guy, hell no, I'm fighting. I'm gonna take you to court. I'm gonna sue you. It's my spot. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Right? I get the shot. I beat Anthony Joshua. Let's just say I'm champion.
Now you gotta fight that boy.
Hold on. Would you think that? Now we're a heavyweight, so we can't move up no more division. Let's say if we're cruiserweights, and I just did that, and I just won the belt. You don't think that I'm gonna want that same said perk? That last guy who we was just talking about, the champion that moved up. You don't think that I'm gonna want the same perk to move up and be honestly stay in position to get that championship fight?
No, you.
I may not. I may as a challenger. No, the point I'm making to you, bro. I may as a challenger feel one way, but once I get that belt, I'm gonna want that same perk too. I'm gonna want to be able to move up and say, yeah, I want to
read your fucking super chat. I'm telling you, I ain't lying, dog.
Salute to my homie DIL87. Salute to my homie DIL87, man, in that super chat, man. He says, yo, man, if you want to move up and weight and don't want to fight the champion, then what are you
Then what are
moving
you
up in weight
moving up
for?
for?
Just
Just to
make
make weight?
weight. I am the one. No,
Yeah.
bro. It's not. That's not the. Listen,
Dog, you gotta be up
all
here about
fighters.
business.
I'm gonna have to say the DIL what I just said, that I am the one. All fighters are not the same. All fighters don't move at the
You
same
wrong.
speeds, bro.
Nah,
And
you wrong,
it's
dog.
hold
You
on.
wrong.
Let me answer the man question first, bro.
Nah, I'm gonna get after that.
All I'm simply saying, all fighters don't move the same. And if
I
you
don't give a
move up
fuck
in
about that.
weight, if you may be smaller at the weight class than most, so you might say, you know what, I need a fight or two to fully acclimate. That's why we even use the term in boxing, acclimate to a weight class. That's where that
Yeah,
comes from. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
You
care.
got that fighter is not wrong for taking that route. It's not
I
saying
ain't
he don't
saying
want
the
to be.
fighter's wrong.
Hold on, let me
I'm not
answer
saying
the
he's
mag.
wrong.
I'm answering DIL, bro. I'm just answering this super chat. He's not saying that he don't want to move up and eventually challenge the champion. He's saying that when I move up, I just
I
got
need
to
I
be
need I need
sure.
a moment. No problem. Then
You know
take
how
that
many
moment.
fighters, our favorite fighters, has
Ain't
done
nothing wrong
that,
with
bro?
that. No, no, dog. Ain't nothing wrong with what you're saying. Ain't nothing wrong with what you're saying. All I'm saying is, once you say I need a moment, I need to acclimate to the weight, you go to number 5 spot. You cannot exist in the number 1 spot. It's not fair. It's bullshit. You need
5 is
to
too low.
fucking
That's too low. If you want to say the mandatory, yo, you got to
nah.
either
The
you don't
best,
want to fight the champion, then you got to fight the mando, or you don't want to fight the champion, you got to fight the number one
you
contender.
gotta go to the
Something
back of
to
the line.
those.
You
But to
gotta go
say
to the back of
5,
the
bro,
line.
you that means once again we are penalizing a champion, and I
No,
can't
you're
see
not
myself
penalizing a
doing that.
champion. First of all, another thing, you keep calling the motherfucker a champion. He's not a champion. We're
All right,
divisional in this sport. We're divisional in this sport. He's not
okay,
a
bro.
champion. He's done
To
nothing in
me,
the sport. We're giving you credit because you did something in another division. We're giving you
okay.
credit and we're allowing you to move up and we're allowing you to take the number 1 spot. You have to fight immediately. You have to fight
I
the champion immediately. We're
no,
giving you
I don't
credit.
think they should have to.
You never had
I
to
don't.
fight a heavyweight in your entire career. We're
So then,
giving you credit.
would you be more satisfied if said fighter then moved up to a catch weight and said, you know what, before I go to the
No,
class, then
no,
I'll stop at a
no,
catch weight. Bro,
no,
fighters gotta acclimate, bro. Some
no,
fighters gotta
no.
acclimate. They gotta
I
act.
don't
Some
care
all
about
fighters
them.
don't acclimate the
I
same,
don't
bro.
care about them. I'm looking for the elite fighters. I don't care about the fighters that need to acclimate. I'm looking for the elite fighters, the monsters, the beasts.
Bro,
I'm looking for the
so
elite
you want
fighters.
one speed, one universal speed
One
for all
exactly.
fighters they gotta move at.
Ain't that a beautiful thing in the sport of boxing? One rule, one law, no bullshit. You got to move up and fight the fucking guy that's the champion at that fucking weight immediately. No more bullshit. No fucking playing games. The fucking boxing ring is the truth serum. We gonna find out who you are today. You want to talk shit to these niggas? You think these niggas is really?
But
You
that's
think
not
you
the
gonna
case in a lot
exist?
of times. They just be it could be a
Nah,
quiet fighter just moving up. And he's just
nah,
like, yo, I
nah,
want to stay in
nah,
position, but I do want to
nah.
test
I'm
myself
gonna
at the
give him
class.
position. I'm gonna give him position. I'm gonna give him number 5 position. That's the number
Man, that
5.
could
I'm gonna give him.
be
I'm gonna
that's
give him position. I ain't throwing him to the back of number 15. I gave
well,
him
you
number
put
5.
5
I
is
gave him
good, but
number
you know,
5.
five can be good, but that can be bad.
No,
That
but you
can
can
be
earn
bad
your
too.
way. Joseph Parker shows you that we can earn your way. Joseph Parker showed you can earn your way. He just beat Wilder. He just beat Zhang. You telling me you gonna let somebody come from cruiserweight and take over his spot? Get the fuck out. That's insane, dog.
If that cruiserweight was a super champion, an undisputed
I
champion,
don't care
you
what he
damn
is. He
right.
got to
He
fight.
earned it,
He
bro.
got.
He earned the
He
right
got
to
to
go up
fight
and
the
say, I
champ.
want to touch.
No,
I
he
want a
didn't
soft
earn the right.
touch.
No, he didn't earn the right. He did not earn the right.
Man,
I
I'm
tell you
sorry, bro.
wrong. He
I
didn't
think
earn the
fighters
right.
have the right to
He never
acclimate
did.
themselves,
No,
bro. I
listen.
think
He
fighters have the
never
right
did
to
nothing.
acclimate themselves.
No, they don't. He did not. He
They
didn't earn
don't.
the
How
right.
you gonna say a fighter don't have the right to acclimate
Let
themselves,
me
bro?
explain it. Let me explain it. He didn't earn the right. We are divisional in this sport. Joseph Parker earned the right to fight the fucking champion. He just beat Zhang. He just beat Wilder. What the fuck did you do in the division? Nothing. So we gonna give you respect for who you
So
are and you coming
Usyk
up.
was undisputed, bro. Usyk was
I'm
undisputed
telling
at
you,
cruiser.
but he didn't fight immediately. He did not fight immediately. That's
That's fine.
bullshit, bro.
And oh my
That's
god.
bullshit. You don't want to admit
So
it, but
you
that's
so
bullshit.
I listen. I'm telling you. I hear what you're saying, and I'm not saying what you're saying is completely wrong. You looking at it, you basically on some just like dictator shit, like
Yeah,
cutthroat. Either you
dictatorship.
good or you
Exactly.
ain't. Yo, somebody
Exactly.
even said that earlier in the chat. DIL said it perfect. He said, "Yo, you should be the czar of boxing, a brutal dictator. We
Yeah.
are getting all the fights that we want, or you throwing their asses in jail." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I fuck with it. I fuck with DIL. What's up, man?
Hey,
I
listen,
fuck with it.
I
But that's
can't
how
say
we
I'm
gotta
mad.
do.
I
There's
can't
too
say that
much
I'm mad.
flexibility.
I can't say that I'm totally mad at your position, but I just think that you cannot blanket, bro. You can't put a universal
Nah, you
thing
have
on
to.
every fight.
You
All
have to.
fighters move at
You
different
have
speeds, bro. They
Nah,
move at
yeah.
different speeds.
Yeah, but let me tell you who's elite. Terrence Crawford and Naoya Inoue. These are elite fighters. They moved up in their first
So
fight to
so
a
Usyk
fucking
is not
champion
elite.
at the weight
Usyk is
class.
not elite.
No,
Usyk is not
no,
elite.
Usyk is elite. Don't get it twisted. I'm not gonna talk shit
How?
about Usyk.
He didn't instantly move up and challenge the champ.
No, but he can exist. We all know Usyk is no
Huh?
joke.
No,
But
no, no, no,
but what
no,
I'm
no,
saying is,
no. I am the one. No,
hold
you
on, let me
cannot
let
have
me let
your
me
cake
let me.
and eat it too, bro.
No,
You
I
just
know,
sat here and
I know.
told me, no, no, no. Either you this or you think. Usyk didn't do it, but yet he about to go
Usyk
for
didn't do
undisputed.
it.
So he about
Usyk
to go.
did
So
not
he's
do
not
it.
elite. He not elite.
No, I believe Usyk is an elite fighter. I believe he is
So the
acclimated to it,
same
like you
right that
said.
was earned to Usyk, every fighter should be able to move like that, right?
No. Usyk did not deserve what he got. He did not deserve what he got.
So
No,
every
he did
fighter
not
doesn't have
deserve
the
it.
right to do what Usyk did.
No. I do not believe that. I do not. I believe Usyk was a cheat. I believe he was a cheat in
Huh?
that regard.
He
He
was
did
bro.
not
He
fight.
did what was
He
best
did
for
not
him,
fight
and
the.
now look what it got him.
No,
Look at the results. He's now about to go for the
that's
top
bullshit.
spot.
Yeah, I hear you, but that's
He,
bullshit, dog.
so what if
You
he?
need
So
to.
hold on. What if he jumped in there first fight with Joshua, get knocked out with Joshua first fight?
Then
Then
he's
what?
done. Move his
Would
punk
that have
ass
been
to
a
the back
smarter
of the
move?
line.
Would that have been a smarter play?
Yeah, that would have been the just play. If you say that I'm cruiserweight, heavyweight champ, a cruiserweight champion of the world, I'm undisputed, I'm the man. I think I could be undisputed at heavyweight. We will give you the opportunity to show your greatness. We will give you the mandatory spot at the heavyweight division, no problem. You'll jump in front of everybody else. We'll let you jump the line, no problem. But you need to fight Joshua in your next fight.
But
Simple,
Usyk took two
simple.
soft touches, not just one.
Yeah,
He took
that's
two.
bullshit. That he should not be allowed to do that and still maintain his
He.
spot and still maintain his mandatory spot in front of other men that's been earning it. That's bullshit, dog. That's bullshit, dog. That's
But you're not
bullshit.
gonna say that he's not elite. You're not
No,
gonna
I'm
say
not
that
gonna
he's
say
not
that.
elite.
I'm not gonna say that he's not elite because he's a very good fighter. We all know that. That's just
So
common
it
sense.
doesn't necessarily that my point, but he moves it at his own speed. He's moving
Yeah,
at
I
the
don't got
speed
time.
that's best
Yeah,
for
but
his career.
this is the speed of boxing. We don't give a fuck about Usyk's speed. We give a fuck about the speed of boxing. Fuck Usyk's speed. Fuck out of here with that bullshit, dog. That's real.
Bro, you brutal, bro. You brutal, man.
Yeah,
You
fuck
brutal,
that, man.
man.
You gotta be
Yeah,
honest
man.
and God, man.
I hear you what you saying, but listen, I just think that listen, I think every fighter, I hear what you're saying. You got a universal rule. Your ass move
Yeah,
up. If you ain't challenging the champion, then get out the way.
then get the fuck out
Right?
the way.
All right.
Get the
My
fuck out the way.
position, my position, I'm gonna let the record speak for itself from here. My position is I think that all fighters have the right to acclimate themselves to a weight class.
No, no,
They is
no.
special. Hold on. I take that. I'll say all fighters, but especially champions. If
Where
you
are you
put
getting
that,
this shit from? Where are you
you
getting this
put
shit from?
if you put that work in at a lower weight class, you've been undisputed, you've been unified, you've been a super champion, brother. You should be able to move when you go
I
up.
feel
You
like
should be able to have the right and to say I'm
I
ready
feel
for
like
the
you
top spot or not.
penalizing fighters. I feel like you penalizing
Who am
champions.
I penalizing? Who am I penalizing?
As in Charles, I feel like you penalizing a lot of champions. I think you are penalizing
Well,
champions.
so I'm penalizing the champ or the guy that he's
Yeah,
whose spot he's taking.
I think you penalizing the guy that's coming up. I think you
Hmm?
penalizing champions. Yeah, that's how I feel because if you think about it, if you really look at it, dog, you get a chance to fight the boss, the big boss, because you fought all the other big bosses at your weight class. You done beat them. Now you get a chance to come and fight the boss. You feel me? Immediately, you get a chance to jump the queue and fight the boss. And then now you gonna tell me, oh no, I need 2 or 3 fights first. How am I gonna maintain your
It's the
weight?
weight. It's the weight. It's they got to know. They have never probably
Nah,
been in
dog.
there with that combination of speed
Nah,
and
dog.
power.
Nah,
The
dog.
punch
Then don't
resistance. You
move
don't know
up.
what your punch
Then don't
resistance is
move
like.
up. Then don't move
Then
up.
don't move
Then,
up.
then don't move up because you're not sure who you are. You're not sure who you are. But guess what? Joseph Parker is sure who he is. Joseph
Bro,
Parker beat
you could
Tank.
be
He beat Wilder. He doing what he got to do. Joseph Parker earned his spot. Why you think you gonna jump in front of Joseph Parker? Get the fuck out of here. You a clown ass nigga that don't even sure what you are. Get the fuck out of here. Get off the block, bro.
hold on, let
Straight
me read
up.
this one. I think my homie Napoleon rolling with me on this one, man. He says, yo, man, you can't erase a man's accomplishments. He is a champ. Just like you feel something about taking from number one contender. If the one coming up is decorated and contender, not when he
No,
has to wait. Bro,
no, hell no. That nigga wrong.
if
Hell no.
you are
He
you
said
are
if
still a
when
champion. I agree with that, bro. Champion is
you're
champion.
not a champion. Dog, if you are a champion in a weight class, a cruiserweight, then you move up to heavyweight, guess what? You're not a champion. The only thing that you're holding on to is that we give you mandatory status immediately to fight the champion. That's the only thing you got. So now, if you exercise that right, then we gonna respect you and give you your props. If you don't exercise that right, motherfucker, you go to the back of the line. Or you go to number 5. That's it.
You
What are you talking
penalizing
about?
champions, bro. You just keep
No,
going
I'm
back to
not
this. I'm gonna
penalizing.
penalize you.
They're not champions. First of all, they're not champions. They gave up their belt. They they're not champions. Yo, fuck out of here. You gotta you gotta come up and talk shit to Anthony Joshua. You need to be able to get in the ring with Anthony Joshua right then and there. Fuck all
And so
that
let me ask you
bullshit.
this. So let me ask you this. Did it
But
work out for Usyk? Did it work in his favor? Did he not beat Anthony Joshua clean, easy, 2 fights?
yeah, he did. He
So
did. He
him
did.
acclimating himself and being sure where he
Yeah,
was
but
at
we
the
not
weight
supposed to
class
give you that
worked
chance.
out for him in the long run. It
It
made him.
did. It worked out for him. It worked out for Andre Ward. It did. But we're not supposed to give you
Andre,
that.
oh, I'm glad you brought up Andre Ward. That's a great one. I forgot
Yeah,
about it. He
it
fought
worked for Andre Ward.
he fought Brands and all of them dudes before he
Steven
made it
and
up
some
there,
other
Kovalev.
motherfuckers. Yeah, yeah. But
And look what he did. And look how that worked for Ward. He was
yeah,
wrong for
but
that, huh?
no, yeah, he was wrong for that. I believe Andre Ward. I'm keeping it true. I'm telling you the truth. I don't care
You
who.
consistent with your point. I will give
Yeah,
you that. You real
I'm
consistent.
consistent. Andre Ward, it was wrong. Usyk, it was wrong.
That's
Terrence
tough.
Crawford, it was
That's
right.
tough.
Terrence Crawford, it was right. This motherfucker moved up first fight at 147, fought the world champion, beat him, and became the fucking man. That's how you do that. You
That's
don't play
tough.
games, man. I respect I respect everybody, but the truth is the truth. You didn't fight Anthony Joshua first fight off rip because you would have got your head knocked off, dog. We all know that you would have got your head knocked off. If you would have stood in front of Anthony Joshua your first fight when he fought Chaz Witherspoon, you'd have got your head knocked off, dog. But you
So
acclimated, took the time.
but if that was the thing that was going to get his head knocked off, as you say, then that means that he chose the right way.
Yeah, he chose the right way, but the WBO didn't choose the right way. They should have did shit by rules. You know, yo, besides him and Andre Ward, that's never happened before. Everybody else had to come up and fight the guy immediately. What the fuck
That's
is
not in
going
all
on here?
cases. Not in all cases. There's a lot of
I think
cases
it
that
is, bro. I
fighters.
think it is, bro.
No, it's a lot of
No,
cases,
I
bro,
think
that
it
fighters
is.
didn't move up.
I
I just you gave
I
you one.
think
I
it
gave
is.
you one during our debate. Danny Garcia was one. He didn't move up and instantly he didn't
No,
have
but
to instantly move up in
he
China, and
didn't
he
do it
still got
under
a title
WBO.
shots.
Yeah,
And
but
he
he didn't
still
do
got
it under
title
WBO.
shots.
Yeah, but no, he didn't do it under WBO rules. He didn't do it under WBO rules. He never had
No,
a
no,
WBO.
no. If you the WBO super champ is what you saying?
Yeah,
Is that what you saying?
you know the rule. You know
No,
the
you
rules.
you said because I thought you were saying
You
that
know,
if you are a champion of the class that you have to move up and no, you don't. You don't have to move
I
up and
think
challenge the
I
champ.
think no. But remember how we started the argument. We started the argument. I think everybody should have that rule. First of all, WBC, WBA, everybody, WBO, IBS, everybody should have the rule that if you are in a lower weight class and you move up to the higher weight class, you should be able to fight the guy in the first fight, and then you get that mandatory slot to fight the champion in the first fight. I think everybody should have that rule. I
I
think
think
that's a
that
good.
should that think that should be given as a perk, not given
No, I think that's
automatically. I think if you
that's a
earn
good.
that, then you can do that. That's something. But
I'm
see,
just saying.
to me,
No, I'm just
that's
saying. I
something
think
you supposed to earn. You supposed to earn,
no.
even with the
I think you
WBO
earned it.
rules.
You
But
earned
even
it in the lower weight class when you was the champion in the lower weight class. Shakur Stevenson at 130. You able to move up to 135 and fight the champion immediately because
but that's only after you satisfy a certain criteria first.
but
It's not
the
like you just
criteria the
you got to be
criteria
a
is
you got to defend that belt 5 times or either be unified. That's the
okay.
only way you get that perk.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. No problem. I'm not going to even argue with you on that.
You can't just
But
instantly move up. You know what I'm saying? It
I,
have to be thrown in there with the champion.
I think if you are the solidified world champion at 130, let's just say 130, you're a solidified world champion in the WBO. You're the WBO solidified world champion. You should be able to move up to 135 and be able to get the mandatory slot for the champion at 135. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying. And I think that should be the same for every sanctioning body. Fine.
Let me read that
Now,
homie DIL 80. Oh, go ahead. I ain't even cut you off. I was gonna get to his
go,
comment
so
real quick because he kind of saying what you was saying. He's saying that main man, you're not the champion at a new weight, main man, and have been given a special pass because you were the champion at a lower weight class. But it's a one-time thing straight to the champ. But see, all I'm saying, but see, DIA, I get it. You may not be considered the champion at the higher class, but that still doesn't mean that you penalize a champion that's moving up.
No,
you give him a reward. His reward is you get to go into the top 3. You know what I'm saying? Top 3. And if you want to challenge the champion, if the champion is available, then so be it. But if not, if you want to take a top 5 guy, you should have that right too. You should have that right too.
Nah, man, you bugging. What the fuck is the point? If you are the champion at 140 and you move up to 147, your only point in life is to become the champion at 147. So we're awarding you.
He's not saying that you're not going to be. Eventually, you will be champion at 47. You give him a fight or two. You just give it. He'll be there eventually.
No, nigga. We're not part of that. We are part of. We giving you this opportunity. Nah, though, that's not.
That's how boxing. That's how boxing has been since its inception, bro. You don't just move up and become and then take a champion, bro.
Nah,
you gotta acclimate. So how do we got the word acclimate?
How the fuck you got Michael Spink? So how the fuck you got Michael Spink? How the fuck you got Ezra Charles? How the fuck you got all these
I'm not saying that you don't have individuals that don't do that. I'm saying that you shouldn't blanket the whole sport with one thing that this is what they all have to do. Just because a few special fighters can do it.
No, that's all I'm saying. Listen, if you want to be at 147 and you want to move up to 154 and you need some time to become champion, what I'm saying to you is I'm not going to hurt you or penalize you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a number 5 spot. So
penalize it, man. I'm not going to penalize you. Just take this number 5 ranking. You know what I mean? Just take this number 5 ranking.
No, I'm going to give you a number 5 spot that's going to give you chances to fight number 2, number 3, number 4 to get you to the number 1 spot. That will be your acclamation. And then you have, I put you in a position where you can actually touch the champion. So I didn't fuck you over. I didn't penalize you. I put you in a position where you can actually touch the champion within 18 months. So
now I thought we reached the consensus that it's okay to say, hey, the said fighter can move up and say, give me the Mando or give me the number 1 guy. That would be fair. If you don't want to fight the champion, then fight the number 1 guy. I'm with it.
Yeah, the only fighter that deserves that consideration, where you can move up and you can fight the champion off rip. The only fighter that deserves that award is the fighter that's willing to fight him that was a champion in the lower weight class. That's the only person that deserves it. He deserves it. When Terrence Crawford moves up from 140 to 147 and he says to me in my face, I'll fight Jeff Horn right now, he deserves to get in front of everybody because he was the champion at 140. This guy's undisputed. This guy's a monster. All right, I'm gonna put him in there with Jeff Horn right now. No bullshit. No side talk. I'll let him get that. If you talking about you need time to buffer, you buffering. You going to number 5. Get the fuck out of here, dog.
All right. With that being said, I am the one. we're gonna let the record talk from here on down. We're gonna let the viewers that catch this on the playback,
Yeah,
and we're gonna let the
I want
viewers
to hear
that
what
caught this
somebody say.
live.
I want to hear what
Yeah,
somebody say about it.
we're
I
gonna
want to
we're
hear
gonna
what other
definitely
people say about it.
we're gonna definitely let the record speak on it on his own. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna get ready to go wrap this up because I want to watch this Jared Anderson fight tonight. You watching the Jared Anderson fight tonight?
Oh yeah, I'm watching. But that's the thing with you, main man. You got an amazing channel, and your personality and everything comes through the channel. You my favorite channel. You're my favorite guy to actually come on live and talk shit to. You really are, to be
Man,
perfectly honest. I'm
appreciate you.
not bullshitting. Being perfectly honest, you need to start going live during your fights, man. You need to start going live during your fights because you the only one that's cool out here. Everybody else is kind of clowns, to be honest with you. Um,
Man, I thank you, man. I
but
appreciate that, homie.
I'll be here to argue and fuss and fight with you if you decide to go live. I'll be here, man.
For
You're the
sure, for
only one
sure.
that's thorough. You're the only one that's thorough. Everybody else is pussy boys. You already know what time it is, man. Love and
Yeah,
respect. You already know. One.
already, bro. Take it easy, man. Dang, that's the homie. I am the one fight fans. Y'all already know whenever I am the one get on here, it's always, I repeat, always a great conversation, bro. Damn, man, that was an awesome ass conversation, bro. I can't wait to listen to that on the playback, man. That's gonna be something, man. But fight fans, I thought we could change it up just a little bit today, man, and kind of get away from the headlines for a bit, man. That's all we kind of do is do the Roma stuff and the speculation stuff, and still we could actually have a boxing conversation today. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was in the mood for. So hopefully everybody out there enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? I want to say thank y'all to everyone that rocked out tonight. And I'm gonna also let the record speak for who do y'all side with that we covered early on in the live stream. Do you side with Floyd Mayweather in the argument of too many belts, or do you side with Mike Tyson in the argument that he disagrees that there are too many belts and he believes that there should be a lot of belts in boxing because fighters got to get paid? So where do y'all side at? I'll let the record speak on that, and I'll be looking at y'all for y'all comments in the comment section, man. Y'all already know we're gonna be back on this joint on Sunday for We Talking Box tomorrow. For We Talking Boxing Live, where we'll probably start to get back to some of the news headlines. Whoop-de-doo, there ain't really nothing in the news like that, just a bunch of speculation. But we'll get back to it tomorrow. And this coming week, everybody, we're gonna be breaking down Haney versus Ryan Garcia. I'll be getting some film footage. We'll be going through some X's and O's, some pros and cons. Y'all get on up here, give me y'all predictions. We're gonna look at those betting lines and see if anything changed, see if we can get some opportunity to win some money. You know what I mean? And we're gonna do all of that this coming week. So thank y'all to everyone that rocked out, man. Hit that thumbs up on the way out. If you didn't hit it on the way in, share. Rock those bills for the homie. Thank you to everyone once again, man. I'm gonna see if I grab a comment or two before we get on up out of here. You know what I mean? DIL says, yo, man, I am the one as the czar of boxing is giving you a special privilege to cut the line straight to the prize. If you want to take your time, fine. Go fight the top 5 guys. Law is law, and I am the one is the law. I know, right? I am the law. I am the law. That's I am the one. He brutal with it, bro. Hey, that's the symptom of a boxing fan that's tired of being jerked around and tired of the BS. I am the one is an old school fan. You know what I mean? He comes from the old school, so he used to seeing the best fight the best. He don't care about this political stuff, and so he just want to get to it, run it. That's why I say I can't say my inner boxing fan. I can't say some of that don't agree with what I am the one was saying for sure. Man, I am the one bought that shit today, though. I like his argument. You know what I mean? Napoleon says, oh, then again, we shouldn't shun the best wanting to fight the best. So in that respect, you should probably go straight to the champ. That's true. BFT, best fight the best. Yeah, man. Hey, Napoleon, you just swapped out on me, man. You was rolling with me during the debate. You know what I'm saying? It looked like I am the one convinced my man in the end right here. You know what I mean? But it's all love. It's definitely all love. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, listen, I understand y'all position, man. Like y'all just don't want to see a bunch of fluff. I just really believe that every fighter is individual once again, and you can't, move them all to the same standard. I hear you. I hear y'all. But I would like to see y'all take that attitude over to the belt argument about, all of these underling belts and everything. We can have one standard for that. I'm with that all day. Much love to y'all, though, fight fans. Thank y'all for rocking with the homie. And until the next video, family. Peace out. Enjoy tonight's fights, everybody. Enjoy tonight's fights.